Quinn Dahle.
Quinn Dahle.
Quinn Dahle.
Quinn Dahle.
I've been married for 7 years. I've gained some weight, man. I have. Trust me, when you have a wife that cooks like mine, you gotta eat out. Marriage is really hard. That's why I was afraid to get married, because they say 50% of marriages end in divorce, which is scary. I mean, what if mine is one of those that lasts forever? I mean, that's... You know what I mean? Can you imagine? Yeah. It's just different. It's just different when you've been together a while. You know, like my buddy's only been with his girlfriend for like 3 months, and he still says things like, "I haven't heard her voice in almost 3 days." Please. I rarely hear my wife's voice, and she talks to me all the time. I tell my wife every day how gorgeous she is, but she doesn't want to hear it. She was like, "You know, I won't always have my looks, Quinn." I said, "I don't care, because I won't always have my vision." So it's just... My wife comes from a huge Mexican-American family. Yeah. So, I still can't remember all their names. My wife was like, "Okay, these are my sisters, Maria, Felicia, Josefina, Ermagita, Lucrencia, Guadalupita." Okay, that's one sister. Very long names. They're very Mexican names. She actually has a brother named Jesus. A brother named Jesus. Yeah, who ironically spent 8.5 years in prison. True story. It's funny, one time some Jehovah's Witnesses came over to her parents' house, and her mother thought they were cops because they were wearing suits and everything. They were like, "We just wanted to ask you, have you found Jesus?" She was like, "Oh my God, what has he done now?" Yeah, my wife is from East Los Angeles, so let me tell you something, she's a lot tougher than me. Like one night at a bar, some drunk guy smacked her on the backside. So I was like, "Hey man, you want to step outside?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, she'll be waiting for you." But thanks for being here, Junior. I appreciate it. Where are your parents at? Are they in the room even? Just right back there. Is it you, man?
No, sir.
Where are they?
Right here.
Okay, good. Parental supervision. Good job. Let me tell you something. When I was a kid, we never got to go on a cruise ship. No, never, right? See, this is how I grew up. I don't know if you guys grew up like this. We weren't really poor, but we definitely weren't rich, okay? Okay, for example, like everything we wore was from a garage sale. Everything. We'd be like, "Come on, Mom, these don't even fit." She'd be like, "You'll grow into them." Those are perfectly good braces. No, you're lucky, man. We never had vacations growing up. The closest thing we had to a vacation was going to my grandparents' house. But we loved it though, because your grandparents spoil you, don't they? Like we could get away with stuff at my grandparents' house my parents would never let us do. We'd be like, "Grandma, can we have some ice cream?" "Not until you finish your cigarette." No, I have an interesting family, I do. An interesting family. My dad has 2 Purple Hearts from the Vietnam War. How about that, you guys? Yep. He doesn't really like to talk about it because he got him at a garage sale, but my dad didn't play. My dad did not play. He was strict. Like, you know how some kids talk back to their parents nowadays? Oh, my dad did not put up with that. When I was 16, he caught me drinking a beer. He said, "Don't end up like me." I was like, "What, an alcoholic?" He said, "No, a child abuser." And then he smacked me in the face. I was just raised different. I was raised different. It was different. It was what you might call old school, how I was raised. You know what I mean? For example, like a lot of parents nowadays teach their kids that violence is never the answer. And I respect that. But my dad wasn't like that. He once told me, Quinn, if I ever find out that someone hit you and you didn't defend yourself, I will beat you worse myself. Yeah. So sure enough, the first time some kid hit me, I called the cops on my dad. But I appreciate you guys coming out and being such a great crowd. It's been an honor performing for such great crowds on this ship. And matter of fact, I do have some big news for you guys here on The Magic. It's always been my big dream to have my very own HBO special. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to get one for almost 10 years. And I want to tell you guys that exactly 3 months from tonight, I'm giving up. It's a great job. It's a great job. This is better than all the day jobs I've been fired from. I've been fired a lot. I used to get fired all the time. You ever get fired, go back and fill out an application? I know you got an opening. You can do anything. Listen to this message. This is my message for you, okay? You can do anything you put your mind to. Clap if you agree, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. For example, just so you know, I grew up with really bad dyslexia, okay? But you know what? I got over it. Now, if you're not familiar with dyslexia, it's a learning disability that affects roughly 10 out of 3 kids.
Yeah.
Give him a second. Well, thanks for coming to my show, you guys. And you'll see me around the ship before you leave. Feel free to say hi if you want. Most people do. I've had some awkward moments on this ship. I was in the restroom at the urinal the day after one of my shows. The guy right next to me looked over at me, right in front of a bunch of guys who didn't know I was a comedian. And he goes, "Hey, you were great last night." Thanks for coming out. I'm Quinn Dahle. Good night.